We are live. Hi everyone, welcome back to Codera. Today we will discuss about LeetCode daily challenge for today. That is 10th of December. The problem name is Domino and Tromino tiling. So just quickly give me a +1 in the chat and like the video if everyone is able to hear me clearly and my screen is also visible. And then after some time we'll begin ahead with today's session. Okay, so I can see a lot of people are watching. All those who are watching, just please quickly consider giving a +1 in the chat so that I know that everything is working fine for all of you as well. And then once everyone else joins, so hi Chirag, uh, hi Kapoor. Okay, hi, all clear. Okay, everything is clear. I'll just wait for a couple of minutes for everyone else to join. Also, you can tell me how many of you were able to solve this problem. This problem is a medium level one, and it has been, I think it is a good problem. It is given medium, but it is somewhere between medium to hard because I think that it requires a little bit of mathematical thinking as well. But you can do it. You can try making the relations by making the smaller test case, and in that way you can analyze the pattern as well. That is what we'll be discussing. Apart from this, let me tell you about the number of submissions. So the number of submissions are 66,000, and out of those 29,000 submissions are accepted, right? So the value of n for this problem is 1000. So that also indicates that you have to apply something else, right, for this problem. So I can see a lot of people are watching. Please like the video if you haven't, and please write +1 in the chat so that can begin ahead with today's session. Shall I begin ahead? Shall we move on to this problem? Perfect. Let us see this. Let us first read this problem. So it says that you have been given two types of tiles. That is, this first type of tile is this domino tile, and the second type of tile is this tromino tile. So what does this domino tile is? It is a it is it looks like this, right? It is either can be horizontal or it can be vertical, but it can be either 2 cross 1 or 1 cross 2, depending on the situation. You can change it to whatever you want. And this is the tromino tile. That is, you have in the upper part you have 2, and lower part you have also 2. There is one missing, right? So it is something very close, something like a 2 cross 2 grid where one part is missing, right? This is what has been given. And you can obviously change their shapes. You can rotate their shapes to any direction you want, any number of times to fit, right? Also, you have been given a board that is 2 cross n, and in those you have to fit. You have to tell, let's say you have been given a value n, so you have to tell that if there is a board of 2 cross n sides, then what will be the total number of ways to fill the tiles. Okay, and since the answer can be very long, that is why you will be printing your answer 10 to the power 9 plus 7 you will be printing your answer modulo 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay, is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat if this much part is clear to everyone. Only then I can consider moving ahead. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. I think that this much part must be clear to everyone. Okay, so what if it looks something like this? Let's say that there can be a lot of grids, right? N can be anywhere. N can be the value of n that has been given. It can be anywhere. The value of n can be anywhere between 1 to 1000, right? And you have been given a board of 2 cross n size. You have been given this domino, that is either you can have it like this, or you can have it like this, either horizontal or vertical. You have also been given this thing that is L kind of shaped. You can either have it like this, or you can rotate it, and you can, let's say, have it like this, or you can have it like this by rotating it further, or you can also have it like this. Right, these are the 4 possibilities for this particular shape. These are the 4 possibilities for it. and for this shape, for the domino there are two possibilities, two types of direction, and for the tromino there are these types of direction. I can see 8 people are watching. Please like the video if the up till now everything is clear. Okay, right. So moving on, what does this problem say? So it is a 2 cross n size, right? Let's say uh, if it was like this, if it was 2 cross n size where the value of n is 1, in that case what will happen? In that case there would be two rows and one column, right? This is what it would look like. So in that case what you can do is you can simply say that if that is the case, then you can simply fit a tile like this, a domino, and in that case the number, there will be only one. For a board of 2 cross 1 there is only one way, right? For a board of 2 cross 1 there is only one way. Now let us move to the second part. Let's say that n is equal to 2. So in that case your format will look like this, right? 2 cross 2. So in that case what you can do is you can either have this, like, right, either you can put the two dominoes like this, or you can put two dominoes like this. So for n is for 2 cross 2, that is n is equal to 2, you can have two ways, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? I think this much part must be clear to everyone. You can either have this and this, or you can have this and this, right? Either both can be horizontal or both vertical, right? This much part must be clear to everyone. Now the question comes that what can be the other situations for us, right? So other situations can also, other things can also be possible, right? When the n value increases, then the tromino also comes into effect, right? What will happen? Let's say if it looks like this also, let's say this is the domino, and let's say this is for the domino for the sake of simplicity. Let's say this is for the tromino. Just I'm making it so that I do not have to build it too much. This can be one of the possibilities. Okay, sorry, having some difficulties in making this. Okay, and this can be one of the possibilities, right? These for the tromino, these can be the four possibilities. And okay, let me erase this part, right? And for the domino, this can be the part, right? Let's make it, let's say this is what, this is 2 cross 3. What can be the total number of ways if it is 2 cross 3? One way to do that can be what can be the total ways if it is 2 cross 3? What can be the ways? Can someone tell me in the chat? What can be the ways if it is 2 cross 3? Either I can make it like this, right? Either it can be like this, or I can make it like this. Anything else? Or what I can do is I can also make it like this, then to this, right? This can also be possible, or I can make this and this. I cannot use a tromino, right? I cannot use a tromino for that, because the tromino will not work for this case, right? Or I can use it. I can use it, right? Why? Because this tromino would look something like this. Let me draw a little quick. Right. So for the tromino part, like these can be the cases for domino. Now this can also be one of the cases, and right, this can be the one of the cases, and another case could be this, right? Perfect. This and this can be all of the cases, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. Just quickly let me know if this much part is clear to everyone or not. Sir, it's 3 cross 3. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. I created a 3 cross 3, right? That is why I was thinking, right? I have created a, sorry, I have created a 2. I have written a 2 cross 3, but I have created a higher, yeah. Okay, so let me make 2 cross 3. Okay, let's say it is a 2 cross 3. That is why I was wondering why I have more combinations, right? Yeah. Let's say what you can do with this is either you can have 3 dominoes like this, or you can have 3 dominoes like this, or you can have 1 domino like this, and 2 domino like this, or you can have 1 domino like this, 2 domino like this. All these can be the various situations, right? Is everyone clear with this much part? Just quickly let me know. Right, there can be one more way for it. If n is equal to 3, then there can be one more way. What can be that way? Can someone tell me in the chat? I want the answer a little quick. Can someone tell me? right? One of the ways, any one way is more left. So for this type you can have 5 ways, right? Is that much part clear to everyone? For this you can have 5 ways. You can try drawing yourself, right? Okay, perfect. Now moving on, like, you know that if it is required then you can make, but you will say that you can miss some things, right? So let us discuss what can be the possible shapes that my L can make. If my L is there, if this is there, this tromino, then either it can have a shape like this or it can have a shape like this, right? For filling, or it can have a shape like this, right? Notice that this is perfectly fine. Okay, this is what, a 3 cross 2 cross 3, right? This is a 2 cross 3. This length is what, this length is 3 and this length is 2, right? So this is a 2 cross 3. This is also a 2 cross 3 but in a different shape. Other thing, is there any other shape that we can have? No, for this much part you cannot have any other shape, right? But what if, let's say, n is equal to 4? If n was 4, then you could have had this shape and you could have had this shape. N is equal to 4 means that the boundary, the horizontal part was 4 and the vertical part was 2, right? So for 2 cross 4 you can have this. Now 2 is left, 1 is completed from here, 1 is completed from here. So this can also complete, this can complete the shape, right? You can also rotate it, so it can also look like this, it can also look like this, something like this. Okay, this can, if n is equal to 4, then the tromino can be there, right? Okay, after that I am talking only currently I'm talking about trominos only, right? What can be the shapes that trominos can help you with? This can be one of the trominos, this can be one of the trominos, right? After that moving on, let's say if my n is equal to 5, so that means my base is 5. In that case I can make this, then my base is, notice that my base is 5, right? So what I could do is I can use a domino, then I can use a tromino like this. Now this much part is 2, so I can fill it like this, right? This is what I can do. Apart from this, what else I can do? I can just reverse this, right? I can make it 180 degree, I can just reverse it, mirror it, so it can look something like this, then this, and then this, and I can use a tromino after that like this. Okay, is this much part clear to everyone? I can see a lot of people are watching, so please consider liking the video if this much part is clear, right? I am telling you about the shapes that we can have. Dominoes can also have shapes, but trominos can also have shapes, right? And in trominos we can use dominoes to make those shapes, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? For a 2 cross 5 grid, I can have it like this, where this is 1, this is 2, and this is 1. This is 2, this is 2, and this is 1. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 2. So the base is 5, right? Is this much part clear? Now let's say if n is equal to 6. If n was 6, then what can happen? If my n is 6, so I will be having a board of 2 cross 6 size. So the base will be 6. In that case, what I can do is I can make it like this. Then what I can do is, let's say I use a 2, that is a domino. Again I use a tromino. So this length is 2, this length is 2, this length is 2. So the complete base is 6. After that, one is complete from here, one is complete from here. So I need 2 dominoes more. So that will ultimately end up filling the shape. Let me not have any gap. Okay, this is what it will look like. Similarly, what I can do is I can reverse it exactly. So this can be one of the shapes, right? Let me draw it for all of you. This can be one of the shapes. Apart from this, what else can you have? Can we have something else? Can we have something else? Anyone would like to tell? Can we have something else? Anything else for n is equal to 6? Anything else that we can have using a tromino? The question is like, you are clear that when you get a value, then you can try out a lot of combinations, but how to find the relation, right? How to find the relation, that is the point. And since there can be a lot of combinations for a particular value of n which can be large, if let's say n is large, then there can be a lot of values. Then how do you determine that what should be the optimal answer for that? So for doing that, one thing that you need to observe is so just to tell you, if my n was 1, right? If n was 1, then it will be what? 2 cross 1. In that case, this will be the case, right? This will be the case. Yes, sir. Domino vertical in n. Yeah, right. If my n was 2, so in that case, I can have this or I can have this, right? I can have 2 verticals or I can have 2 horizontals, right? If my n was 3, in that case, what can I do is I can have 5 types, right? What are those 5 types? I can have either this, or I can have what I can have, oh sorry, I have made it the wrong way. Either I can have this, or either I can have this, or either I can have this, or I can have this as well, right? I can have this and this, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? If it was a 2 cross 3, then these are the 5 possibilities. If it was 2 cross 3, then we can have these 5 possibilities, right? Is everyone clear with this much part? Is everyone clear with this much part? If n was 3, if n was 3, if n was 1, then I can only have one possibility, right? One way. I can only have one way to do it. If n was 2, then I can have 2 ways. If n was 3, then in that case, what are the total number of ways that I'll be having? I'll be having 5 ways, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. Only then I can move ahead. If n was 1, then this is the case that we can have. If my n was 2, then this is the case that I can have. If n was 3, then these are the 5 cases that I can have, right? Is this much part clear to everyone? Please give a +1 if this much part is clear to everyone. Is this clear to everyone? I think that this much part must be clear to everyone. Now the question comes, what will happen when n is equal to 4? What will happen? What is the total number of shapes when n is equal to 4, right? For n is equal to 4, what can be the total number of shapes? That is the concern for us, right? You can see that n is equal to 3, it is given us in the answer. Now you have to tell me for n is equal to 4, what will be the total number of shapes for n is equal to 4? Can someone tell me in the chat? If n is equal to 4, that is a 2 cross 4 size grid. So in that case, what can we do? Now the question comes that there will be a lot of patterns. You might be missing some of the patterns, right? Clear, but for n is equal to 3, there should not be 2 horizontal domino. 2 horizontal domino. I might have missed something. Is this what you are saying? This part? Then if this is this, yeah, I've made more than the required ones, I guess. This is what you are saying, right? Yeah, 2 cross 3, right? Yeah, there can be 2 horizontal size domino, so this will be, yeah, this will increase, yeah, this will increase, so this won't be possible, I think, right? This is what you are saying, 2 and then 1, so I think this is possible, right? This is possible, this is possible, this is possible. These are the 5 ways for it, right? I think these are the 5 ways. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know. Is this much part clear? I guess this much part is clear, right? Now the question comes, what will happen when n is equal to 4, right? So here you can notice, if n was 1, there was one way. If n was 2, then there were 2 ways. If n was 3, then there were 5 ways, right? These were the number of ways for this much. Now can we try to generalize it, or can we try to do it? How do you break your problem? Like if n is equal to 4, so this is 4, right? This is 4. So now the question comes that how will you do it? So for this, can I say that I can break it? Can I say that I can break it? If I make this much length as 1 and this much length is n minus 1, this much length is n minus 1. Can someone tell me what will be the answer for this case? Can someone tell me? if this is the situation, if let's suppose that this is the situation, can someone tell me in the chat what will be the scenario in this case? Anyone? Right. You can see that now the problem gets divided, right? Similarly, can I say that I could have also broken it down into something like this? This length suppose was 2, this length was n minus 2, right? Is everyone will agree to this, that I could have also done this, right? Everyone must be clear with this much part, right? In this solution, no, that will not be the case. That is not the case. Like you can try to form the combinations. It will come out to be a lot. I guess it will come out to be what? It will be let me see the part. So it will be a lot. It will be a lot, right? If n is equal to 4, so it will be 2 plus 2 plus 10, so that 2 plus 10, so it will be something close to 12. I think it will be 12. There will be a lot of ways, right? You can try it out yourself. If I'll draw those ways, then it will not be possible, right? So that is why what you need to do is you need to find the relation between f of n and the other parts, right? So f of n can be equal to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2, plus if you will try to do it, then you will get this relation, something relation of this sort. Let me write it something like this. Okay, if you will try to find the relation using some of the cases, then this is the relation that you will get. Okay, this is the relation. If you will try it out for the fourth case by drawing all the relations, then this is the relation that you will get. And if you want, you can try it for 5 as well. Then what you can do is, for finding, but this much part is not enough for us to calculate, right? So what I can do is I instead of n, I can write n minus 1. So if I do that, so this will be what? F of n minus 2 plus f of n minus 3, and it will go up till 2 times f of 0. Okay, this would look like this. Okay, n is equal to 4. Yeah, total 11 ways. Yeah, right. Okay, after that after that what will happen is, after that let me just see, total 11 ways. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, total 11 ways would be there. For n is equal to 4, total number of ways will be 11, because there will be 2 into f of like, I don't want to tell the formula currently, but if you will try to find the formula, so it will be f of n plus f of n minus 2. You can try to divide it for the smaller cases, right? And similarly, you can write f of n minus 1 in this way. Then let us subtract equation 1 and equation 2. Subtracting 1 from 2, so what will happen? F of n minus f of n minus 1 is equal to f of n minus 1, and everything else goes away, right? Everything else goes away, and here only one part will be left, and I think that will be f of n minus 3. Okay, you can try to solve this relation, and this is something that you will get once you get this much part. So f of n will be 2 times f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 3, right? This is the relation that you will get. So if I have to write it in terms of dp or vector, so you can say vector of I, v of I is equal to 2 times v of I minus 1 plus v of I minus 3, right? After that, let's take it, you can name it as dp as well, because since your answer is depending on the previous state, so dp of I can be dp of I minus 3 plus 2 into dp of I minus 1, right? This is the case, that this is the formula that you will get once you are able to derive this equation. Once you are able to derive this equation from given set by applying this formula. Is this much part clear to everyone? Just quickly let me know in the chat. This is a mathematical problem, I would say. If someone is solving it for the first time, so it can be a little difficult to understand how this relation is coming, but you can try to form this relation using the approach, right? So once this much part is done, So what will you get? You will get this equation, right? You will get this equation, and you can easily say that you can calculate this in order of n. For any value of n, you can calculate it in order of n. Let me show you the code part for this. So what you can do for coding is that you can have, first of all, you need to have a modulo, you need to have a vector of dp for 1005. After that, your dp of 1 will be 1, dp of 2 will be 2, dp of 3 is 5. If n is less equal to 3, then in that case you will simply return the dp of 1, 2 or 3, whatever it is. Otherwise, from dp of 4 up till n, you will be calculating dp of I is equal to 2 times dp of I minus 1 plus dp of I minus 3. After that, you will take the modulo, and in the end you will simply return dp of n, right? So this is the code for this problem. Is everyone clear with this part? Just quickly let me know. So this was the code. Let me submit it for you once again. I think it will get accepted only. Yeah, you can see that this code gets accepted. So this was the code for this problem. Basically, you had to derive this relation in the DP by you can try to see how it is depending on the previous state, and by doing that you will get this formula. Once you get this formula, you can also try to find f of n minus 2, and you can subtract these two equations. You will get dp of I is equal to dp of I minus 3 plus 2 times dp of I minus 1, and in this way you can do it. This was it for this problem, and if anyone has any doubt, so they can mention that in the comments, and I'll be looking into your comments. Also, the code is available in the description part, so you can also check that out. And apart from this, we'll be having the stream at 5 p.m. today, so also make sure to be available at that time so that we can discuss about that problem. So thanks a lot everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one.